True women are insane. Who would have guessed?
Weeks pregnant.
Not me.
What I'm gonna take?
Drugs.
Some
I was pretty close.
acetaminophen. Gonna work like a charm. And my baby will
Isn't Tylenol a painkiller?
autism.
I always feel like we finally hit peak stupidity, but then things happen.
Oh. Oh, Sydney. You will never reach peak stupidity. I used to think that as well. Then I realized, think of the dumbest person you know, multiply their stupidity by about 5. That still wouldn't be the dumbest person on the planet.
Once again, I am proved wrong.
Never underestimate how stupid a human can be.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. And today is an especially bumpy hell gondola
I
ride.
love that cup.
Also,
It's chipped, it's
really
annoying,
wanted
but I
to
like the
show you
cup.
some things happening over with my tea company. If you are new here, I have a little tea business.
Yeah, I always forget that she runs a
Number
tea
one, my
company.
winter flavors will probably be
It's such a
released
niche
tomorrow.
thing.
I'm pretty sure that's when I get my newest shipment. So like I said, no pre-sale. They'll just be straight.
Wait, peppermint white chocolate tea. Might have to buy that one actually.
On the website for you to buy.
I'm-
Number
I'm-
two,
oh,
and I think this is much
oh.
more important, as you guys know, I don't like throwing things away, and I have a bunch of tea that's going to be expiring at the end of November, more or less. Although tea doesn't really expire, and they're all individual.
Yeah, yeah. It's like protein
So if you
powder.
are cool-
It says it might only last a year. Realistically, it lasts like 3. It's more so just to be safe.
With that, use the discount code We Don't Waste for 50%
I mean,
off.
if you check like even honey, some honeys will have like expiration dates on them. Honey doesn't expire. It's just to be safe.
On the Emerald Green, Earl Grey, and New York breakfast. And if you are somebody who has a church or you have a cafe or somewhere that serves tea drinks, please reach out to me because I have been giving no strings attached tea to people, to churches and to cafes and restaurants and things, just for them to actually be able to sell to their people. Because if I don't sell all these boxes, I'm gonna have to throw them away, and I would rather they get use through these other organizations.
That's fair.
Businesses.
Yeah.
That's all. Sorry, I'm talking so much. I just want to let you guys know we don't waste for 50% off of those 3 flavors.
Go to her website, buy her tea.
Expiration impending.
Not the
Now,
white chocolate
we have
peppermint
much,
one though.
much
Leave
more
that one for me.
to talk about today because it's the end of 2025 and nothing has improved. I am sure many of you have already seen the
Sydney, hold on. We still have a good October. No, yeah, we still have a good 3 months left in us. Don't worry.
recent announcement by Trump and the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Why is he so red?
RFK Jr. made here at the end of September that the FDA will be updating drug safety guidelines for Tylenol usage for pregnant women. Also known by its other name, acetaminophen, which I won't be saying too much
Because medical names are or scientific names are a pain in the ass.
The reason for this update is because some studies have associated Tylenol usage during pregnancy with adverse neurological outcomes in children. There is a suggested link to autism as well as other conditions like ADHD. So mothers are taking Tylenol for their headaches and giving their child a permanent one. I am kidding, obviously. We love mums on this channel. We respect mums on this channel. But the jokes, they kind of write themselves. I also know this is a very touchy subject. Tylenol, giving all new meaning to big brain. Okay, I'll stop. Trump and RFK Jr.
I was gonna post about it and like posting other people's like on Twitter. I was just gonna spam Tylenol causes autism. I don't know if it does. It probably doesn't. I haven't looked into it, but I'm just going to assume it doesn't. Or maybe like it does in very rare circumstances. I don't know. I don't really care. I just love rage baiting people.
Also
So,
a promising therapeutic
you know.
treatment for kids with autism that also have folate deficiencies, which I'm not going to get into, but there you go. Now you know. Now, although I am a doctor, I am not that kind of a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not going to weigh in here about whether or not all of this is true and fair and accurate. And even the administration, with these new findings, with this new information, has said that because there is conflicting data on the Tylenol subject,
What they can't say for
the
sure.
Department of Health and Human Services is advising doctors to use their best judgment, oh god, and offer women the lowest possible dosage for the shortest amount of time when necessary, which seems pretty fair and reasonable to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. We don't know the side effects of this drug. So take the drug, but do as little as possible and be on it for as little time as possible. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, pregnant women across the board are told not to eat deli meat because 0.012% of them end up getting listeria, which is a bacterial infection that does some kooky stuff. And yet, despite the fact that incidence of this infection is relatively rare, they are still told unilaterally to stay away from the cured pig meat. So if we can do some broad sweeping stuff over here, why can't we do the same thing when it comes to these kind of drugs? That's the real question that I have. So in response to this news, instead of being normal, sane people,
My guess, because again, I haven't really looked into this, I don't really care. It's literally just a case of Trump said something bad. Trump said don't do something. I go do opposite because I smarter than Trump. I better. Literally that thing. Like the meme Tectone posted of like Trump cures cancer and it's the left saying that like cancer is great and Trump's a scumbag for curing it. That sort of thing.
women on TikTok have decided to film themselves taking Tylenol while pregnant to, I don't know,
Prove a point.
spite Trump to get the righties. I don't know the motivation behind this. I did tell you this is one hell of a gondola ride today.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. Gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
Okay.
Where are the husbands in all of this? Now, a lot of these
At work, I would imagine, or they're single. Probably the second one, not the first one.
don't have audio, but they feature mostly the same sort of caption. I'm pregnant and have a headache and still reaching for Tylenol. Sorry, not sorry. Orange man is not my OB. I love how they do this because they solely want other women to get on the internet and then seal clap for their utter stupidity. But I think the majority of us are over here like,
What are you doing? This is stupid.
do you have a dumb? Here's
Yeah.
me, a pregnant woman taking Tylenol because I believe in science and not someone who has no medical background. I am willing to bet this woman wore a mask in her car and spent 3 years being afraid of air. Oh yes, I believe in science, but only when the people I like are telling me the science. I'm
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most people are like that though.
sorry, but
Not just for science, just for life in general.
looks stocking up on Tylenol because I know it doesn't cause autism. I am not kidding. I would love to know who is impregnating these women because it's feeling a little irresponsible on the part of the men. I don't know, guys. When I was growing up, I heard that rule a lot passed around men about not putting your man pickle in the crazy sauce. If you
That completely went out the window about 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago.
if you know what I mean. Hello, chickens. Editing Sydney from the future here because I forgot to tell you that there is a kind of sauce that we do like on this channel, although it's not actually
Sponsored?
sauce, it's hot chocolate, and it's a kind of hot chocolate that helps you sleep, which is why today's video is sponsored by Beam. I have officially become a dream merchant because anytime anyone in my life says that they're having trouble sleeping, I immediately suggest why I continue doing it. I have also converted basically everybody in my life.
I'm sorry,
to
Sydney. I just don't care.
shopbeam.com/SydneyW, and of
Yep,
course,
go to
use
shopbeam
code
slash
Sydney W for up to
SydneyW. Get your hot
35% off
chocolate
today.
sleep
I mean,
med.
at least this woman is obviously pregnant, but I don't think she's actually even taking Tylenol here. This tablet is blue. I don't know. Maybe there are blue tablets, but usually they're white. So this is what, like extra performative performing? And why does this read like a Tylenol commercial? Why have you positioned the bottles this way?
She's sponsored,
What am
bro.
I watching here? I am reaching for the Tylenol because I work in a pharmacy and know there's zero correlation between Tylenol and autism. That's a bold claim. Zero correlation. Okay.
You work in a pharmacy, so you sell drugs. You can sell something and not know anything about it. Happens all the time. Like, usually when someone says it, I work in a pharmacy, it just means that they're at a POS. And like they vaguely know about drugs.
Pharmacy lady. I do think that this last weird TikTok kind of does hit an odd nail on the head, given that there are a lot of people now who are making the claim that there's no relationship between this drug and negative birth outcomes. And yet there has been evidence mounting for years and years that says exactly the opposite, that does show a correlation between these two things. And I'm not saying how good or bad that evidence is, I'm just saying that it exists. A short trip down memory lane gives us an announcement from the FDA in 2015 suggesting a potential issue with Tylenol and pregnancy. This Johns Hopkins 2019 research paper, Taking Tylenol During Pregnancy Associated with Elevated Risks for Autism, ADHD, and this found that in newborns with the highest exposure to the core drug in Tylenol, they were about 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD or autism
Okay.
spectrum disorder in childhood, which is, that's alarming. In 2016, 2017, and 2021, and honestly, I'm sure that they have covered this previously as well.
I mean, it is CNN, so I would take it with a grain of salt.
CNN ran pieces about the drug's relationship to risks of ADHD in kids and risks to pregnancy. Of course, now they've changed their tune to Big Pharma good, Orange Man bad, because who cares about consistency, am I right? There are, of course, other research papers and other studies and evaluations that have cautioned women against taking Tylenol while pregnant, as it may lead to potentially negative outcomes in babies. People have also dug up Tylenol's previous tweets where the company seems to admit itself that taking the medication while pregnant is not.
I thought it was proven that these were fake, no? I don't know. I saw someone on Twitter said they were fake. I was like, okay.
Not advised.
As I said, I don't really care. I didn't really look into it.
Although, admittedly, this is contradicted by what is directly written on their website right now, which argues that it has been widely tested and is safe for women in all stages of their life. For some reason as well, the situation has given left-wing outlets this weird haha moment, where they've posted articles saying conservatives are melting down about pregnant women.
Are they? Are they melting down? I haven't seen one.
And taking Tylenol, or the women posting these videos in the first place are in defiance of Trump. But I think that's part.
Why do they say that? As if Trump is like scrolling TikTok every day and sees these women and is like tweaking out.
Insane here. I personally am a big believer in adults making their own choices, but making good and educated choices, informed choices, which is why back when I made my video talking about hormonal birth control, I really hammered on the fact that a lot of us in our teens, when we're prescribed the
Are
pill,
stupid.
don't have what I would consider to be good informed consent. But that's obviously a conversation for another day. But I think hilariously, the informed consent, educated consent thing is what is sort of circling this entire topic. It's not as if Trump and co said, you can never ever take Tylenol ever again.
They said just be wary of it.
And pull it off shelves and do all these things and restrict your access to it. They're saying, when you take this, if you decide to take this, make sure that that's a good and informed decision. The Department of Health and Human Services has more or less said, use caution when taking this drug when you're pregnant and speak to your physician.
Yeah, when you're doing drugs, do it safely.
They didn't even say that it definitively
Shocker.
causes autism. They said it's a factor in a series of factors. So all of these weirdos who are running around the internet ingesting this drug to, I don't know, own Trump, to own the right wing, are genuinely insane. These lunatic weirdos let their hate for Orange Man completely destroy their ability to use rational thought, because Trump and friends are not pulling this information out of their buttholes. It's coming from Harvard, and it's coming from other researchers and doctors. And if there is a potential that this drug causes autism, contributes to autism, whatever, I actually think it's a good thing that women have access to that information so that they can make their own decisions going forward.
It's not necessarily that they care about if Tylenol itself actually causes autism or not. It's just because Trump said it. If Biden said it, I guarantee you they'd all be like, yes, yes, praise be our Lord. Or I guess Harris. Yes, yes, praise be our Lord. You are right. You do no wrong. You are 100%. Yes, you are correct. I do not. I will not look into it. I will not press it. You say it's true. It must be true. You say it causes autism. It will cause autism. I don't know why I'm speaking like this. They're American white women. They don't speak like that. But you know what I mean? It's not the Tylenol itself, so to speak. It's just that they want to try and. This is their way of being revolutionaries, essentially.
And I mean, as a complete aside, I would bet a lot of money that the people currently going bananas over this right now probably, were the trust the science folks during the big sneeze is some sort of living god. So, there's that. And I've seen so many
Big
people
sneeze.
share
Fucking
weird
stupid. You can't
graphics
use the
saying
word.
autism is some sort of superpower that doesn't need to be fixed.
Number one piece of advice I can give for you: hire the most autistic person you know. I'm talking that motherfucker who goes nonverbal when there's groups bigger than 3. That is where the magic comes. Autism in the trenches, it's alchemy for literal cash. I mean, people don't get this, right? You're scared of the kid who looks like he might, I won't say it on stream, right? But like that kid is a gold mine. Man, the guy that made Call of Duty, you think he can speak and hold a regular conversation? No. People.
The guy who made Call of Duty. Brother, that's a team of people for starters. Because when you say Call of Duty, I know for a fact you mean like Black Ops, not Call of Duty from like fucking once in 2001. Also, like, I mean, I've met some people with minor autism. They can usually interact pretty well. You can kind of train yourself out of that. But I knew someone who was severely autistic. He really can't do much.
People don't understand that weaponized autism is the key to greatness. I mean, my whole generation, but we all had a couple bad vaccines. It was the motherfuckers who tried to steer away from that instead of just accepting that something is a little off. You know, we had some shit fried, but more importantly, that shit that was fried is the key to living like a beautiful life. Embrace that autism and then weaponize that shit. It's like so beautiful.
And maybe this is a bigger component to this than a lot of us realize, and I honestly don't want to get into it in detail in this video, but maybe part of the problem here is the fact that people have over self-diagnosed with autism.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's a lot of like young women. I mean, men do it too, but let's be honest, women do it more. Where it's like, oh, I have a hyperfixation, so I must have ADHD. Oh, I can't think of something for more than 10 seconds. I must have ADHD. No, you don't have fucking ADHD. You're just a fucking stupid idiot who spends all day on TikTok with your neurons fried. Yeah, no shit, you can't think about something for 10 seconds. You don't have ADHD. You just have a really bad attention span. Yes. I mean, I know you talk about autism here, but ADHD is the one that comes up the most. At least from what I've seen. Yes, there is a correlation between those two things. But just because you have a poor attention span doesn't mean you have ADHD. You fucking idiot. Stop self-diagnosing. It also applies to mental illness. Yeah, they do that a lot as well. Oh, I feel sad dad didn't buy me a pony, so now I have depression. No, you don't. Fucking idiot.
Have made autism this fun little quirky thing that you might have, that it refers to the sort of idiosyncrasies that individual people might have and display, rather than the debilitating neurological condition
That it actually is, yeah.
it is that prohibits certain people from living
Normal lives, yeah.
that requires them to have full-time care, and really is a condition that's not fun at all. And I think something that really gets lost in all of this is that parents, regardless of their political leanings and persuasions, I would imagine if they could, would snap their fingers and rid their children of the profound autism as
yeah, most of them would. Like, actual autism is very, very hard to live with. I'm not speaking from personal experience. I know people with it. I myself don't have it, but like it's not easy.
RFK Jr. calls it, because they know that this is no life for their little people, and this is no life even for their grown children that they continue to care for. And if they could give that child the opportunity to live a fulfilling, happy, normal life, they would do that. So I find it extremely upsetting and disappointing that this specific issue gets politicized as much as it does, because yeah, people have autism and they have it to varying degrees, but for the people who are profoundly affected by this condition,
It's really hard to like exist.
Idiosyncrasies. It's a debilitating, challenging way to live, not just for the person who has it, but for the people who have to care for that individual and ensure that they do have a quality of life. I really didn't want to get all serious on you guys, but I do actually think this is a very serious topic, and I don't think that it's a political topic. I think that it's a nonpartisan issue, and we should, I think, collectively be more focused on trying to find a way of bringing autism rates down. And so I'm sorry to the liberals who are upset about this, that this information
I will let her finish. Wait.
from people that you don't like, but they are committed to finding not a cure necessarily. I don't know if that could exist, but they are committed
From
to
what I know, it
finding
can't
a
really.
way of ameliorating all of this for all of us. That last statement felt very pro-government, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at, because I don't have a big brain and I cannot articulate myself today. The last thing I
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, from what I know, you can't really stop it. Like if someone has it, you can't just reverse it. Um, obviously, yeah, there should be more research into like exactly what causes it, but the problem is there's so many different variables that it would be really, really, really fucking hard to pin down anything like specifically. It is kind of just luck of the draw, so to speak.
want to note really, really
The
quickly,
gotcha
I
system.
really think it matters, and again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, is the fact that a bunch of people are currently worshipping at the altar of Tylenol, and for some weird reason defending Big Pharma, because, okay.
Which is funny because these people, generally speaking, are anti-capitalism. They're anti-capitalism, they're anti-corpo, they're anti-everything, but the second that someone they dislike says, hey, maybe, you know, if you're pregnant, maybe don't just scran a fucking bottle of Tylenol. The second someone they don't like says not to do something, or he's even saying not to do it, just be cautious about it, they're like, fuck it, Big Pharma's good now. Because if I agree with Big Pharma, that means I disagree with him, and I don't like him.
But what's not getting mentioned here is the fact that Tylenol as a brand has been at the heart of a bunch of not great lawsuits. It does cause negative effects on the body, and people routinely take too much of it, causing liver failure, kidney failure, high blood pressure. There's all sorts of issues that are not associated with pregnancy. Now, ignoring all of this, including the new pregnancy information, because you don't like who is delivering it, because you don't like who is telling you the news.
Yeah, you're willing to potentially overdose just because you think it will spice a man who doesn't even know you exist.
Reckless. Because
Yeah.
like I said, this is not a political issue. This is a health
Fuck it,
and
why
wellness
not?
issue. This is an issue surrounding us failing the next generation of little people who are being brought into the world.
I love how she keeps calling kids little people.
Could avoid had we just listened a little bit better to the news and the information that was around us. Researchers have continually been waving the red flag when it comes to this issue, and it keeps getting swept under the rug. I have said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. Drug companies do not care about you. They just don't.
Well, no. Hold on. They do care about you because if you're dead, you can't give them money. So they do care about you. They care about you enough to make you live.
A bunch of women currently.
After that, it doesn't really matter.
Harming their pregnancies. They don't care about any of that. They don't think that you're some savior for their drug. All they care about is getting their drugs to market, and whatever ways, whatever things they need to do to make that happen. That is what they care about. And I think to demonstrate that.
You know what? You know what marketing companies should do now? They should just like DM Trump and be like, "Hey, can you tell people like not to do not to, it's eat our product or use our product or whatever. Can you tell people not to do it so all the stupid liberal, mainly liberal women, but liberal people who hate you will do it anyway?" Like, there's no better advertising campaign than that.
Look at thalidomide, which was the drug that was prescribed to women, to pregnant women during the 50s and early 60s. It was a drug that was given to women for morning sickness, and yet it caused catastrophic birth defects.
Oh, hell yeah.
The manufacturer of this drug, fun fact, knew about some of the drug's ill effects and chose not to publicize them, and this was a whole thing. Weirdly, this is one of the only things that
why would they publicize them? If they publicize them, it makes product look worse.
Did this like whole unit on something related to this. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I learned a ton about thalidomide. Don't ask me why this is the one thing I remember, but it is. So yeah, thalidomide was a reformed and all these mothers and fathers and lives were traumatized and broken and destroyed, they finally pulled the drug off shelves and kind of were like, well, oopsie, look, we kind of messed up. This video is
Oopsie
actually serious,
boopsie.
and I wasn't intending for
Just
it to
have
be
another
this,
kid.
I guess I care about this a lot, and I want to make the point that I think history tells us a lot about how drug companies are going to behave, because it's not as if they've changed since the days of thalidomide. They've just gotten much better at
Smarter,
preventing
yeah.
nonsense. Ultimately, I hate the fact that a bunch of mums are going to be looking at their autistic children and thinking, did I do something wrong? That makes me sad for them, it really does. But I am glad that there might potentially be some sort of answer to that question. Because even if it makes you feel bad, maybe it's good to know what happened and what transpired.
To potentially not have it happen in the future.
So on that front, although it's sad, maybe it's a good thing. And all these people who are running around taking these drugs as a form of protest are really just useless.
It's so fucking
In the
stupid.
end, I do believe that knowledge is power, and I think that the more that we learn about specific conditions and the many, many contributing factors that lead to them, the better off we will be as a society. But for right now, I do wish that the people on TikTok would just
Get off of
now,
TikTok.
on that very happy and pleasant note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just Aramina. Check out Dream/Beam using the link in the description. I cannot sing the praises of this hot chocolate enough. I love this stuff. It's just
Trump could say battery ass is bad for you, and
household.
keep it
I
on
really
TikTok
like
would be
this
cracking
recipe,
open
so
double
if
A's.
this is something that you think would work for you,
I love how I didn't.
and I hope you have a good sleep.
I read the comment. I read about half of it out loud, and then my brain just filled in the blank.
Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are you on my side of this issue where you're looking at this all unfold and just thinking,
You're a fucking idiot.
why would you do this? Why would you
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at them, I'm just like, you're risking overdosing on Tylenol to spite someone. Like, are you actually that sad of a human? Like, come on. Get a life, man.